To whom thus Adam gratefully replied, "Ascend, I follow thee, safe guide, the path thou leadest me, and to the hand of heaven submit, however chastening. To the evil turn my obvious breast, arming to overcome my suffering, and earn rest from labor won, if so I may attain." So both ascend in the visions of God. It was a hill of paradise the highest, from whose top the hemisphere of earth, in clearest ken, stretched out to the amplest reach of prospect lay. Not higher that hill, nor wider looking round, whereon for different cause the tempter set our second Adam in the wilderness, to show him all earth's kingdoms and their glory. His eye might there command wherever stood city of old or modern fame, the seat of mightiest empire, from the destined walls of Sambaloo, seat of Cathayan Khan, and Samarcand by Oxus, Tamir's throne, to Paquin of Sanaan kings, and thence to Agra and Lahore of great Mogul, down to the golden Chersonese, or where the Persian in Ecbatan sat, or since in Ispahan, or where the Russian Tsar in Moscow, or the Sultan in Byzance, Turkestan born, nor could his eye not ken the empire of Negus, to his utmost port Erkoko, and the less maritime kings Mombasa and Keolua, and Melind and Sofala, thought Ophir, to the realm of Congo and Angola farthest south, or thence from Niger flood to Atlas Mount, the kingdoms of Almansor, Fez and Sus, Morocco and Algiers and Tremesen. On Europe thence, and where Rome was to sway the world. In spirit perhaps he also saw rich Mexico, the seat of Montezuma, and Cusco in Peru, the richer seat of Atabalpa, and yet unspoiled Guyana, whose great city Gerion's sons call El Dorado. But to nobler sights Michael from Adam's eyes the film removed, which that false fruit that promised clearer sight had bred, then purged with euphrasy and rue the visual nerve, for he had much to see. And from the well of life 3 drops instilled, so deep the power of these ingredients pierced, even to the inmost seat of mental sight, that Adam, now enforced to close his eyes, sunk down, and all his spirits became entranced. But him the gentle angel by the hand soon raised, and his attention thus recalled. "Adam, now ope thine eyes, and first behold the effects which thy original crime hath wrought in some to spring from thee, who never touched the accepted tree, nor with the snake conspired, nor sinned thy sin, yet from that sin derived corruption, to bring forth more violent deeds." His eyes he opened, and beheld a field, part arable and tilth, whereon were sheaves new reaped, the other part sheep walks in folds. In the midst an altar, as the landmark stood, rustic of grassy sword. Thither anon a sweaty reaper from his tillage brought first fruits, the green ear and the yellow sheaf, uncold as came to hand. A shepherd next, more meek, came with the firstlings of his flock, choicest and best, then sacrificing laid the inwards and their fat, with incense strode, on the cleft wood and all due rites performed. His offerings soon propitious fire from heaven consumed with nimble glance and grateful steam. The other's not, for his was not sincere, Whereat he inly raged, and as they talked, smote him into the midriff with a stone that beat out life. He fell, and deadly pale, groaned out his soul with gushing blood effused. Much at that sight was Adam in his heart dismayed, and thus in haste to the angel cried, O teacher, some great mischief hath befallen to that meek man who well had sacrificed. Is piety thus in pure devotion paid? To whom Michael thus, he also moved, replied, These two are brethren, Adam, and to come out of thy loins the unjust the just hath slain, for envy that his brother's offering found from heaven acceptance, but the bloody fact will be avenged, and the other's faith approved, lose no reward. Though here thou see him die, rolling in dust and gore, to which our sire, alas, both for the deed and for the cause, but have I now seen death? Is this the way I must return to native dust? O sight of terror, foul and ugly to behold, horrid to think, how horrible to feel!